This is the story of how Alaafin Adeniran Adeyemi II was shamefully dethroned and banished from Oyo Kingdom by Obafemi Awolowo, the king, and the rise of political power, 1876 to 1952. Before Alaafin Adeniran Adeyemi II ascended the throne of his ancestors in 1945, his grandfather Oba Adeyemi I Alowolodu had reigned from 1876 to 1905. Adeyemi II would sit on the royal seat from 1945 until July 1955, when he was unceremoniously dethroned. But what really happened? On Sunday, 26th of March 1950, 8 people gathered at Okeado, Ibadan, at the residence of Chief Obafemi Awolowo. That meeting marked the birth of a new political party called the Action Group. Obafemi Awolowo emerged as the leader and outlined what Nigerians, especially the people of Western Nigeria, would gain under his leadership. Freedom from British rule, freedom from ignorance, freedom from disease, freedom from want. Awolowo further explained these 4 freedoms as immediate termination of British rule in political life, education for all school-age children and adult literacy, provision of health and general welfare, total abolition of want through effective economic policies. At this time, Alaafin Adeyemi II was the undisputed ruler of Oyo, while Awolowo launched his political struggle against British imperialism. The Alaafin ruled firmly within his traditional domain. Following the formation of the Action Group, other political parties emerged, notably the NCNC. Before this period, party politics in Nigeria was largely confined to Lagos and Calabar. After the 1952 elections, Chief Bode Thomas became chairman of the Oyo Divisional Native Authority, while Chief Abiodun Akerel became chairman of the Oyo Southern District Native Authority. Previously, both councils were under the direct authority of the Alaafin when he ascended the throne in 1945. However, British colonial policies altered this arrangement. Power was being shifted away from the throne. It did not take long before Alaafin Adeniran Adeyemi II and the Action Group became sworn enemies. Thus, in the ancient city of Oyo, 2 mighty forces began to move on a collision course. On one side stood Alaafin Adeniran Adeyemi II, custodian of centuries-old authority, heir to the sacred crown of Oranmiyan, and symbol of Yoruba traditional power. On the other side rose Chief Obafemi Awolowo, armed not with royal lineage, but with ideology, popular support, and the machinery of modern politics. The throne that once commanded absolute loyalty now found its powers questioned. The palace that ruled by tradition now faced a new order ruled by party, policy, and political calculation. What began as a silent struggle for influence soon grew into open hostility. Decisions made in Ibadan would no longer bow to the palace in Oyo, and the Alaafin, once untouchable, stood increasingly isolated, caught between colonial manipulation and a rising political movement determined to reshape Yoruba society. This was no longer just a clash of personalities. It was a battle between tradition and modern power, the crown and the ballot, the palace and the party. In the shadows of this struggle, a plan was forming. A plan that would shake the Oyo Kingdom to its foundation. In Part 2, we reveal how political rivalry turned into open warfare, and how a reigning Alaafin would soon face the greatest humiliation in the history of the Oyo throne. This is OluEdeChronicles TV, where history is remembered, not rewritten. Like, share, and follow for more.